John, I was going to ask what you thought specifically on politics. Are those on the left, which sometimes gets called the regressive left, who kind of seek to not deny the power of religiously held beliefs. And some of it, supposedly after Orlando and some others, you get that that's not Islam or this doesn't have anything to do with Islam. What do you make of this denial of religious influence?
Yeah, I haven't responded to much of those problems because I've been focused on writing my books, but I do have an opinion, and I'm going to tell you it.
Yeah, all right.
It's the same thing with regard to Christianity. I mean, I find this all the time. There's going to be people who say that wasn't true Christianity. I mean, I'll talk about the Inquisition. That wasn't true Christianity. Mm-hmm. The Crusades. That wasn't true Christianity. And they'll talk about other things. People who are homophobic. Those aren't true Christians. And who's doing all this? Who's telling us all this? Well, there would be Christians. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't really want to see here from my perspective, and I'm talking about the regressive left by analogy, but I don't really want to get into those debates. I don't really want to say, well, no, I'm going to tell you what a true Christian is, because that's not my debate. I'm not in that house. I'm outside the house of faith, you see. So they're going to do that, and they're going to do a lot, and that's what the Muslims are doing. They're saying that's not a true Muslim. And they kill over that. Some of them, right. I'm not going to step in that debate and say, okay, well, let me tell you who a true Muslim is. That's just as bizarre to me as saying, well, I'm going to tell you what a true Christian is.
Sure.
So when the Mormon says they're a Christian, I say, okay, fine. I don't have a debate with you. Jehovah's Witness says I'm a Christian. Okay, fine. Snake handler. Okay, fine. I'm not going to make a judgment and say, here's true Christianity. I'm not going to do it with Christians. I'm not going to do it with Muslims. That's but what I will say is that, okay, fine. This may not be your version of Islam. But ISIS is just barbaric. ISIS, let's agree that it needs to be stopped, or certainly changed. And I don't know. I guess the only way you can change them is kill them. So I don't really care whether it's said that they're true Muslims or not. They're still a group of people that needs to be opposed, and they do claim to be Muslim, and so here's a various branch of Muslim. I mean, why couldn't you say that? And I do. So
right. No, it just seems like there some people you can come under fire for just saying that. So suggest that it's religiously influenced at all, and now you're a racist or an Islamophobe. I know Sam Harris is coming under a lot of attack for that, and others, even including secular Arab activists. They're calling them traitors, if you will.
Yeah, I know that. I know it's just. If people say that they're Christians, I'll take them at their word. I mean, I'm just not there to make a judgment call. I don't live in that house. And if people kill in the name of Allah, and now we can talk about their motivations. We can talk about why they are where they are and why they want to kill people. And it may or may not be due to what the Quran teaches. I'm not going to get into that debate whether the Quran teaches that or not either, you see. But they are saying X, and I'm just going to say, okay, that's a version of Islam that we should all be distancing ourselves from, just as I would say that of any type of Christianity that does harm. Because there are Christianities that don't do as much harm, and that would be the liberal of Bishop John Shelby Spong, for one example. I can embrace a lot of what he teaches. He's kind of a secular Christian, if you will.
Right. It seems like the more and more religion comes into contact with secularism, the better it gets.
Exactly, and science and reason as well. Right, all of it. Mm-hmm.